Hi! Welcome to Far Cry 4. We're doing the optional Shangri-La mission number 2 to ring the third bell of enlightenment. You get one as the story. I've done one before, which I will link to in the description and at the end, obviously. The best place to go is Shanath Breeders, that outpost there, and you'll see if you head almost directly south from there, you'll come to a cliff just sort of southwest of the leopard symbol. You'll find a grapple point up here. I took the one way over on the east of South Kairat as the first one, but it doesn't actually matter what order you pick up the Thangkas in, it will always spawn you just the next mission. So feel free to attack them in whichever order you'd like. There's a double grapple across there with a bit of a swing. I just mash the jump button at the end and automatically climb up. A grapple up there and then a switch to another grapple here, and then a climb all the way to the top. I'm looking around to see if there's anything to grip onto, but there is not. Once up here, take a right and do a running jump here. Just mash the jump and then jump button after you've jumped, and you should scramble up. And then one final swing across here, and we're nearly there. Have a look up here. There are 4 guys. You may have just noticed them if you've got good eyes. There we are. 1, 2, yes, 3, boop, and 4. Boop. I came here. It crashed previously. I just made it into Shangri-La when it crashed. And I used a rocket launcher to take out all 4 of them. It was pretty effective. But they're kind of oblivious. Especially with the SA-50, it makes short work of them. If you're coming here earlier in the game, obviously be prepared. But again, a sniper rifle, big explosive, something like that will finish them off. There's 3 weapons there, including a bow, which is a bit weird. There's a little bit of money scattered around here, but I've already emptied it out. And on the right there, a chest. Get the chest. It's got a giant green emerald in it and about 25,000 or 35,000 rupees. I think in total you make about 60 grand out of that, so it's quite nice. Anyway, there's the Thangka, which will teleport us into Shangri-La. You'll see we're climbing in, strangely. And I'm going to leave the voice on for this first bit, but then mute it afterwards. His voice, not mine. Sorry.
मैं उस महामारी के नजदीक था जो इस धरती को नियंत्रित कर रही थी। ये जो भी था जानता था कि मैं आ रहा हूं।
So yeah, it's in Hindi, I think. I've read that it's in Hindi. Apologies if it's not. Don't mean to upset anyone. If it's not, let me know. I'd love to know what it is if it isn't. There's Lion-O, the tiger. I know, Lion-O, sorry, it's just what I've started calling him. However stupid it might be. And up here we're going to find a new form of transport after we see some little monkeys. There's subtitles on all the Hindi as well, so even though it's muted, you'll be able to read along if you want. Hello, monkeys. The thing I don't like about this bow, if this is the first Shangri-La mission you've seen of mine, is that the slowing down of time slows down the speed at which you can move the cursor as well. It may be different with the mouse, I'm not sure, haven't tried. But it just seems kind of pointless, because what happens is you slow down time, go to aim, and then you're moving really slowly, and your target's moving at the same speed, and you can't catch it up. I don't know. Perhaps I'm complaining overly, because you're about to get bow, well, technically I guess 3.0. Because the first upgrade was the time thing, and the second upgrade is, well, this. You'll see. But first of all, we get to do some flying. You get to do the Superman pose. Jump into these leaves and they'll give you a boost. Same when you're in the air and you fly through them, they'll boost you up again. And then drop down here to find the first of 4 seekers. The first one gives you the bow upgrade and the other 3 are, well, I want to say hidden, but the first one's really very far from hidden. It's right in front of you. The other 2 are a little trickier to find. The third especially is very well tucked away. Here we are, a little attachment for our bowstring. And look, is that a Rakshasa? Oh, is it pulling arrows out? Interesting. I hadn't noticed that before. Anyway, you'll see here spread arrows. Tap RT for a widespread shot, hold RT for a concentrated shot. And even though it's firing 5 arrows, I think it only uses 1, which is quite useful. And it's a little bit dark in here, but it gets lighter again, so I'm not going to open up the brightness, and you'll have to deal with what I had to deal with, I am afraid. Anyway, a couple of beasts. If you don't know about these explode when you get close, or it'll start shivering and then go boom and take off half the tiger's health. If you kill them before they explode, they'll drop to the ground and you can use them like arrow detonated grenades. You can fire arrows into them, and we'll take a bit of advantage of that later. Gotta say, I am enjoying these spread arrows. It means I can be a lot sloppier with my aim. That's a flamer though. I think that's what they're not called flamers, I forget exactly what they're called, but you need to send your tiger to interfere with them and then take them down from behind, or, optionally, just put a whole bunch of arrows into them. Some more guys spawned when I got close to the gate there, as you saw. Liono's dealing with some of them. The spread arrow I thought pretty much killed them outright, but as you'll see later on, it actually, if you hit them in the chest, it won't necessarily kill them. They might take a few more hits. Liono's down, so his health will have to get back. There we are. And I was just running around seeing if I'd missed any seekers in there. But back at the portal, and up here, there's a seeker not here, but around the corner in the first room, sort of in the middle. But we'll point him out in a bit more detail, and you'll see him while I'm running around killing stuff. But essentially, no seekers yet. Oh, sorry, I'm lying. I got confused as to where I was. This is the first seeker. He's really obvious. He's basically kill all these guys, go to the way out. You can't miss him. He's right by the exit. Also, I forget, I'm so sorry, but one of my viewers told me that you can use a scope with up on the D-pad, so I took advantage of that a little bit. I actually found it a little clumsy in the end, because by the time you can see these guys, they're already shooting at you, and actually the arrows are pretty good indicators of what's going on. It's interesting, in Far Cry 3 I really took the stealth approach. I kind of tended to restart quite a lot if everything didn't go stealth perfect. In this I'm a lot more blasé about just pulling out the big guns and being seen, and especially with this kind of multi-bow, like there you saw it just got 2 double kill with 1 strike. There's an exploding dog. Yeah, this bow makes life really easy, and outside of Shangri-La I am just relying on the grenade launcher that shoots really quickly and has about 8 in the magazine. Does the grenade launcher even have a magazine? Probably not. Well, it must do, right, to feed the shells in. I don't know, I digress. I'm sure someone will correct me on that. It's something I've become acutely aware of since my Far Cry 3 signature weapons video, where I got so much, here's the first seeker, where I got, see, you can't really miss him at all. I got so much hassle for calling magazines clips and bullets and shells and cartridges and anyway. Blow up the dog. There. I'm actually going to pause this and brighten it up because that room was remarkably dark. Hang on, be right back. There we go, sorry about that. Just tweaked the brightness on the previous room a bit, so hopefully that's a little easier for you to see. There's 2 paths here, left and right. You can take either. They'll both lead to a mani wheel. And you just need to make your way up, going from waypoint to waypoint here. I messed up 1 or 2 times. I think the first time back when I first got on these things, I just kind of didn't really know what I was doing and flew into a wall and died. So you've got to make sure you tap A to land, and also never push down too low. Even though it looks like you might have to drop down to catch these things, it's better to stay at the same height, because it's entirely possible you can miss one. Anyway, over here, and again tapping A to land, otherwise you're going to die when you hit something. And there's a whole bunch of people around here. There's another seeker up here as well. This guy's a little bit better hidden. He's on the middle level at the back right, and we'll have a look at that in a bit more detail in a minute. And there's an awful lot of these guys to kill. They kind of seem almost endless. So I'm going to sit here and make you watch me kill them all. Lucky you. If all you need is the seeker, basically, pretty much where I'm aiming now is a middle level. Head in there and to the right, and that's where the second seeker is. You see there, that entrance in where the tiger is. In fact, where I'm going now. He is just up here. You can see him there on the right. In fact, that big glowing red mess. There's a whole bunch of guys in here, as I said, and the prowlers, the guys that are kind of regular guys with bows, will spawn beasts, so it's really important to get them first. There's a beast there. You can see he's shivering. He's going to explode if you don't get him, and they do hurt, especially when you don't have much health. There is a fireman, burner, flamer, Sierra. I think I went out with a girl called Sarah from Scotland once who pronounced it Sierra. Anyway, I digress. God, rambling mind. There's a few of them. Here you see dog. Dude over there shooting arrows at me. He's running around here to try and get beat on me, but you don't do it that easily, buddy. Another guy just up here, I think. And some arrows there that I want to grab. There's the seeker right there. But these guys will just continue to spawn in. So it might be worth just grabbing the grabbing the Seeker and getting out. That's certainly the approach I'm going to take in my next run at it. I'm going to replay and do all the Sabal missions, so I will tear through that way. And getting the Seekers isn't a necessity, obviously, it's just it's a necessity for me, I guess. Must pick up everything, collect all things. Anyway, one more guy here. Oh, missed him. And then in here, as we came in right at the beginning, so you see these stairs here, and then up here. And there's our second Seeker, third Seeker, really, but second hidden Seeker. Myths talked of ancient monks. These monks tried to follow Kyrat's path and reached great enlightenment. Kyra's path, I should say. Great enlightenment. Some say they built these shrines and statues simply with the power of thought. Well, that'd be quite something, wouldn't it? Anyway, up the stairs and around, and there's a pyro up here. But one to the back of his head is no problem. And as you approach the Manny wheel, a few guys will spawn in perfectly. I'm on fire, which, you know, is excellent. Lion-O runs in to try and cause some damage, but doesn't really manage it. There's a beast. Just managed to take him down before he explodes, and then it's time to spin the wheel. Om Shivom, Om Shivom, Om Shivom, as Yogi might say. Om. And one of Kyra's arms goes up, as if to go, hey dude, high five. Not really. Okay. And then it's dropping down there after a bit of faffing. I don't know why I'm running around like that, because you can't hurt yourself from a fall in Shangri-La. And then onto the flower petals, which will boost me up here. And then we've got to fly over to the other side. And again, it's just as simple as following the checkpoints and trying to not face plant directly into a wall. You can see there's boosters everywhere, so you can easily jigger your location to get to where you need to be and gain the height that you need. Don't forget to tap A to land, and you're through to the next area. Now the Seeker on this one, this Seeker is actually really tricky to find. He's pretty well hidden, and it's a pretty solid fight with multiple levels all the way over. I've got a few guys there. But you can see, even as I'm using the scope, they're seeing me, so actually there doesn't really seem much point. The arrows, both the white ones and the red ones on the screen showing where people are, and the actual physical arrows like that coming towards me, are a pretty good indication of what's going on. And there's plenty of pillars and things to hide behind. It's just not too hard. That was a horrible miss. I think I got that guy, yeah. Guy behind me, which was a bit perplexing. But Lion-O's got my back. Oh, do not want him to start exploding. And then a pyro up here. Now you'll see they will actually die from a large number of arrows. I think 3 solid volleys using time pause. And if you can get 2 of them, they'll go down like that, and you can see the takedown opportunity came up, but then I was on fire before I had the reactions to click it or had noticed it was up. Missed that guy pretty spectacularly. And then I'm back on fire because this guy's breathing all over me, and I really at this point need Lion-O to grab him, distract him, so I can stab him in the back of the head. Really what I should have just done is kept putting arrows into him and kept well clear of the fire. Another pyro up there, you'll see. 1 and 2, and actually the easiest way to get to the Seeker is from up by that Manny Bell, as we'll see. Manny Bell? Manny Wheel, I've got to stop calling it a bell, I'm sorry. There we go. So 3, maybe 4 sets of arrows. And there's arrows lying around everywhere. Like, you're not going to run out. And pretty much every time you kill one of the prowlers, they'll drop more arrows as well. There we go. I thought that was a dude, but it was not. It was just an explodey thing. Much like that one. Anyway, around here and down, which is the path we're going to need to take to get to the wheel anyway. And basically when you get here, you can go left up to the Manny wheel, which we'll do in a second. Just after icing this guy. Anyway, I was looking around here a little bit and then kept moving, trying to see if there was anyone else left alive so I could at least explore safely. and came all the way back around here. One more guy spawned, and then headed up the stairs to the Manny Wheel, where a couple more guys spawned. One on the stairs here, and then a couple by the bell itself, which is by the wheel itself. I'm so sorry. By the wheel itself, there. And then I was like, well, I'm going to find this seeker. So headed back down this way, and then take a left here. And you'll see him just on the edge there. He doesn't glow in the same way as the other ones do, but he is floating and he's got that white stuff around him and the lines coming out of him. So relatively easy to find if you take a bit of time and you aren't being hammered by prowlers from all sides. Anyway, back up here to ring the bell, and I would have sped it up, but the dude is still talking, so I thought you might want to see that. And that's the bell rung. The wheel spun. Oh my god, I'm going insane. I'm so sorry. Anyway, now she's up for a big 10, double high five all the way, and just take a right from here up these stairs, and there's a jumpy wheel at the end, and then it's a simple fly through here. I drop a little bit too low in the end. It was unnecessarily low, you'll see here. I drop down there hoping there's going to be a pickup, and there isn't, and only just make this one. There. Obligatory boob shot. Funny. And she's actually got forearms. So I guess it's a high 20. Hands and feet. Anyway, here we are at the last podium. We've got all three seekers now. And there's a guy there. Prowler, so I'm trying to get Lino on him, but it's not really working because Lino's slow to the party, and now I'm on fire. Fortunately, Lino takes him down without much help from me. I guess I'd already put a couple of arrows in him. And there's some slightly frantic fighting now. I think there's maybe 1 or 2 pyros left. And again, you can just do a bum rush for the bell, because when the bell rings, it will destroy all demons in this area. But I kind of, even though I'm not getting experience, I'm kind of getting some experience with the bow. Not game experience, life experience. Wow, helicopter out tonight. Anyway, a few guys still littered around, just cleaning them up while more beasts are spawning. But yeah, the split bow does make it like that a lot easier. See, there's a guy who took one in the chest but didn't die. So, and another one. So presumably I just got really, really lucky previously. Anyway, dog goes off and ends up nearly killing all of us. I thought I'd healed, but for some reason hadn't, so heal again. And back to full health just as I get hit by something, so the timing couldn't have been more fortuitous. It's a little doggy. Ruff, ruff. Anyway, you can probably see the bell freaking out just at the top of the screen there, jumping against its chains. And we're nearly there. So just finish this guy off, and then we can go up the stairs, even though there's an arrow coming from my right. Do we deal with him? Oh yeah, we have to, because it's a pyro, and he's on the stairs up to the bell. And again, I foolishly get him to get down, and then, well, move him for the takedown, at least I get that, but I kind of run the gauntlet through the fire, which is a bit needless. Lino's dead, I think. He'll be back in a second, just in time for me to ring the bell. Although not before a whole bunch of guys have spawned in. Bah humbug. There he is. But he deals with him pretty quickly, so it's a knife to the back of the head for Mr. Pyro. And then me a little bit on fire, obviously. And here comes the bell. Now, that's the second time we've seen that thing, and it doesn't get any less scary. We're going to see it again before... Well, I don't want to ruin the surprise. You can... Ow! Just punched my desk. I don't want to ruin the surprise, but you can probably guess what's coming in the final Shangri-La mission. Anyway, there we are. 3 Thangkas up on the wall. The first one from the story mission, and the next 2 from the optional mission. Surrender of Paradise, all completed. I hope you found that useful. Let me know in the comments what you thought. On the left, we're going to have a look at elephants in Kairat and the Uplay reward. And on the right, the third Thangka. Both of the final two are in the North Island, so you're going to have to plug through the story and have met Willis first. And there we meet a pretty kick-ass elephant. That mission's called The Paradise Destroyed, so you can imagine what's coming. Elephant carnage. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!